To me, as a chef, I believe that we've been hit hard with the pandemic, and I believe this is a great platform so we could expose our skills, our ideas, our knowledge, and what we care about in this business. Because I believe if we're still in this business today, it's profound love that we have for this business, for this sharing of what we do every day, and keep on going. And I believe that's why this competition is important for us. And I believe that all of the contestants are going to be able to step up their skills and their game after this competition. So I'm going to start with the Hasselback potatoes. So I'm going to do thin slices here. So I'm going to just salt them just a little bit. I'm going to go with a little bit of a camelina oil. I'm not going to cut the thyme. I'm just going to put the branches through a few of the cuts I made in the potato. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to go with the chutney. So I'm going to go with beetroot, yellow beetroot. I'm going to use my mandoline. I'm going to slice them, have an even cut. And when I received the Victorinox knife, seriously, these are, I find for the price and the quality that you get with the Victorinox, they're excellent. I'm going to keep this one for sure. I'm just going to add beets. So you get the berries here. So I'm going to use about half a cup. So I'm going to blend it and mix it with a little bit of water. And that's going to give the liquid for everything to start cooking. After, I'm just going to slice my onion real quick. Approximately the same size that I cut the beets. Then I bang the pepper a few shots. It's going to let it infuse here. And we're going to add the maple syrup. And that's going to cook approximately 20 minutes. Next step, we're going to go with the beetroot puree. So for the beetroot puree, it's going to be just beetroot that I'm going to boil, beetroot yogurt that I received with a little bit of honey in it. So I'm just going to give it a rough chop. And I'm just going to pop in some garlic. It's fun to use. So I'm just bashing it real quick. I'm going to let it infuse and let it cook. Next, I'm going to do the beetroot and honey yogurt vinaigrette. My beetroot vinaigrette is going to start with the yogurt. I'm going to add a little bit of honey. I'm going to add a little bit of Dijon, extra old apple cider vinegar, a pinch of salt, and I'm going to drop just a dash of camelina oil, just a little here. I'm going to do my little chiffonade of kale. Always take the back part of the kale out. I'm just going to drop a little bit of the dressing on it. So I'm still going to use that camelina oil. I'm going to rub it a little bit. We hear the sound. That's going on well. That's the sound that we want when we're cooking meat. I'm going to warm up here my skillet here, and I'm going to go with shiitake saute. I'm just going to add what I was saying earlier, is on my sweet buckthorn berries. I'm just going to add them in the chutney. They soften up just as we wanted them. We're going to strain them and add them in the Vitamix. Let that go. I'm going to pop my mushrooms. So we're going to go with the beetroot puree. Drop that like that. You want it to be as thin as possible because since it's a tataki, so you've got a nice crust on it and nice and red in the middle. After that, we're going to add the kale with that vinaigrette. Mushrooms. So I have here my Hasselback potatoes. I'm just going to add a little bit of flour de sel on top. Yellow beetroot and seed buckthorn chutney. I'm going to add it on top of there. So there you go, plate for two. Today at the competition, I did a top sirloin tataki with yellow beet and seed buckthorn chutney, and I used Canadian beef for my top sirloin, and I used the MC Dairy grass-fed organic beetroot yogurt with a little bit of honey for my puree, and this is my dish. And we have to be seasonal in our menus and try not to import a bunch of stuff. So I believe that we have a nice load of homegrown products here in Canada. So starting from what we know here in Canada, I believe that we could be sustainable even more with time. And I believe us as chefs that we could share our knowledge to that and be an example for the industry and for Canada.